Huh? Why are you staring at me like that? Do I have something on my... Yeah? I tied my hair differently for a little change. I guess it's kind of weird, huh? That's not what you meant? You mean it? Thanks for noticing. There's no point in getting all dressed up if nobody notices, you know? Wait, no! I didn't mean dressed up. I just wanted to try something new.
Okay, time to start rewriting history. Avoid any and all distractions and go straight to Sarah.
You're really here, just like Xiao said.
Oh my, I see, so you were chosen. Is this mere coincidence or something more?
Save the yapping for later. I don't want to waste my time listening to a conversation only future me would understand. Besides, if we don't hurry, there's no way we'll make it in time. What do you mean, what are we doing? You're here to change history, aren't you?
Emergency off announcement. We have commenced an operation to eradicate ASAP and join the mission.
Don't forget to prepare before setting off. Thank you very much. Which quest are you up for?
Now then, you two have kept me in the dark long enough. I am number 2 of the 6, you know. So I think it's high time you explained what we are doing here.
I'm just following Xiao's orders. Apparently, if we go to the point, reinforcements will arrive. Xiao asked you to do something too, right? That's why you're here.
While I do not know what that something is, I fear we may already be too late. Based on the powerful false spawn readings I am getting, I believe that the seal on Dark Falls has already been broken.
Apparently it needs to be broken. If it isn't, then Luther won't show himself. He says it's all part of the plan. Stupid Xiao! Why didn't you say that in the first place? You made us worry for nothing. What do you mean I shouldn't blame others for my own idiocy?
Well then, putting Sarah's little... If our goal is not to stop Dark Falls from being revived, then what is it we were sent here to do? I see. That much seems doable. Well, whether our goal is to defeat it or rescue the... Come on, Sarah! Enough!
Oh, right! Way to get me yelled at, stupid Xiao!
Damn! How can anything even be this strong?
Is this the best you can do? Are the arts ranks so rife with weaklings? I hunger for more, and you, little artsman, shall give it to me. This new body of mine knows it to be true.
This sounds like a certain someone is overestimating me then. Right now, I'm running on empty.
Spare me pretense. If that were true, why would you have chosen to stand here and face me alone? If the two of you had fought together, you might have stood a chance.
Well, that was never gonna happen. You think I'd want to get anyone wrapped up in all this? No, this is personal.
You wish to play the martyr, then? Very well. Bear witness to the futility of your strife.
You? What are you all doing here? Is this some sort of dream?
Oh, how I wish it was. So that's Dark Falls Elder, is it?
It most certainly is. The very same Dark Falls that destroyed our... Which must mean it's been 40 years now.
That voice, and the...
You sure seem to have taken on a much more humanoid look since maybe losing to all of us taught you...
And how I owe you for that. To you, it may have been 40 years. A battle to be remembered, to be sure. A fight to the absolute brink.
Sorry to interrupt your walk down memory lane, but I am not here to swap stories. I take it you're not quite back to your old self. I don't know if it's that new body of yours or the... I suppose none of that will matter. Once I have cut you down, let us end this right here and now. You end here, Elder. May all those who came before me grant me power now as I usher you to oblivion. Here and now, I will finally accomplish what Alma, Kasra, Regius, and myself could not 40 years ago. With you gone, we will no longer have any need for the trio, and that at least is a step in the...
Maria, let me
I don't need the injured. Stand back! The same goes for both of you two.
Yeah, right. As if we'd back down from this.
Your Majesty,
birthed all this decay. And you who dares to erase me from this world. Damn you! This power, this body, this will not suffice. I need more. Where's my true power? My true form? Where have you hidden it? Where is it? Of course. There it is.
Don't turn your back on me now. Did you not hear me when I told you I would cut you down? Prepare to fall. Labris! Come now. The old you would have easily pushed back against an attack this week.
With my true form.
But now you cannot, and that regret shall crush you. What? And who are you? Another Dark Falls? Hold on. Your photon energy isn't... Oh, we've been had. You two were leaving. You should be ashamed that you're out of breath after only that, Sarah. Someone has...
Oh, can it, Maria? It's high time you realize... Is it even okay for you to use Labrys like that?
Oh,
Not about you. About the cosmogenic arm itself.
right. Well, not really, no. I think I'm about to owe Zig the apology of the decade.
I'm really sorry you had to come out here and save me like that. It's kind of embarrassing after I put on that big show.
It's honestly a miracle that you stood up to the Elder alone. You certainly seem to have an...
Can you quit calling me that, Maria? Khosrow was there with me at the start, though. We ended up getting separated along the way, but I'm sure he made it out fine.
Khosrow was with you, was he? Well then, I suppose that means Luther knows exactly. On the other hand, this could be our chance. This means they're all assuming Zeno here is dead now. We may have just picked ourselves up a trump card. Maybe this is the whole reason.
If you're here, that must mean Echo and our friend there got out all right too, huh? Glad to hear I helped at least that much. Elder was stronger than anything I'd ever imagined. And that thing wasn't even back to its full power yet, was it? I can't just go on like this. The way I am now.
No, I do not imagine there is. Not as the amateur. I tell you what, though there are far worse things than a head. So, how about this then? How about I
Would you?
Just think of it as a favor for now. I've got plenty to work out myself, now that we've failed to... Sarah, do I have Xiao's...
That was his plan all along, so he's glad we got here early. Unlike Sarah, who... Listen, Xiao, I don't need this right...
I just... I want to thank you. And ask a favor? Sorry. Could you keep my whole situation a secret? I feel like this is all the last thing she needs right about now. Don't worry, though. I'll be back once we've set things straight. So just take care of her for me. She's doing all right, you say? You make it sound like you've already been out to check. I won't forget this, and I'll return to repay my debts, don't you worry. Just hold it together until I make it back, eh?
Enough of this charade now, Xion. Such futile endeavors are beneath you. Oracle and Arcs are all in the palm of my hand, and soon, you shall join them.
Nothing in this universe is futile. These people convinced me of that. And it is from there.
Very well. Struggle all you like. A few twists and turns in our story will make things all the more interesting. I will enjoy watching it all play out. Such is the pleasure and privilege of those unburdened by fleeting mortality. Such is our right. And you? I've heard so much about all of the things you do as you like. I won't impede you. Make things interesting. When you live forever, you need a little bit of stimulation.
Luther may have cast aside his humanity, but he has not forgotten what it is to be mortal. He is enjoying this entirely too much. Because he was once mortal, that is his strength, but also his weakness. Were it up to me, that is what I would do. We also think the same way. You must keep the faith and move forward. The path you seek will come. A new path, desired by all.
What's up, boss? Something on my face? You're staring at me looking all confused, so I don't have anything to hide, so if you've got questions... Huh? Wait, who are you calling cute? Me? Really? Something wrong with your eyes, boss? Maybe you should lie down. If I'm cute, then all those Phosphon must be visions of beauty or something. Anyway, I get that you're just trying to be nice and all. But man, you're gonna give me a heart attack saying stuff like that. You idiot. Slash! 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 And one more! Slash! Ugh. This training just doesn't end. Oh gosh, when did you get here? Hey, what was I doing? Just some katana practice. Mine is still pretty green, so I'm hoping repetition is the path to mastery, or something. Plus, I promised Regius that I'd be thorough in everything I did. I sure was thorough in getting him to teach me to wield this thing. I chased him down every day and begged until, you know, beneath that cold metal exterior, he's actually pretty hot-blooded. So I guess my wholehearted passion was kinda his weakness. Still, after all that convincing, I really don't want to let him down. So I've got to work extra hard. Even if the daily regimen is so dang tough, I already want to throw in the towel.
Greetings. My name is Huey. It's a pleasure. You may know me as Sixth of the Council of... I sound creepy? That's what I said. But I'm trying to be more subdued to avoid Regius's ire. Apparently there's been a number of complaints about some guy who appears out of nowhere, loudly threatens people, then vanishes. I tried explaining by yelling, "It wasn't me! It wasn't me!" But he just came right back with, "It definitely was!" A clever gambit. It's not like I can stand up to Regius either. You can't take 2 steps into anywhere without hearing about all the amazing things he's done. He's the reason the trio of heroes and Council of Six came to be. He's number 1, a living legend. Not only is he crazy strong barehanded, but he's totally unstoppable when he's got Yonohate. The man's invincible. Nothing. Regius and Maria are straight up stupid powerful. I guess that's just what 40 years of battle experience will get you. One of these days, I'm gonna go up against a badass opponent and win. I want to go down in history. No, I will go down in history. Oops, I'm not supposed to.
Ooh, you came at just the perfect time. I'm oh so glad you're here. I just spoke with one of the locals here for the first time. It's amazing! Just wonderful! Don't you think it's marvelous that they can understand what we're saying? I mean, ARC's operatives use some pretty complicated words, you know? I have no idea how those little tiny creatures can fit all that into their little tiny heads. But, being able to talk to them is so much more fun than I thought. It made me wonder what sort of noises they'd make and things they'd say if I shot them. But I somehow managed... Go on, tell me what a good girl I am. If you don't, maybe I actually will pull the trigger next time.
Is this the seabed? Can't breathe. Just kidding. I'm totally fine. Patty here. Good to see ya.
Hello, Tia here. Patty's such a pain. Let's just ignore her, okay? No one here but you and me.
Hey, don't be like that. The more you ignore me, the more I'll bounce off the walls.
So you admit that you're acting hyper. Okay then, go ahead and tell us all where we are, Patty.
You got it. We're in Willpaul's Underground, better known as the seabed. But, as you might have noticed, there's no water.
It was probably originally a seabed, or at least underwater. But now it's a dry cavern, which is why we're not drowning. It's said that people have seen strange facilities down here, some of which are currently...
Thing is, not one bit of info from those investigations has been made public. Even though we're able to talk with the locals here, we haven't heard a peep about anything going on at these facilities.
Either this isn't the right time to announce it, or they never intended on going public with their results. That's not all that suspicious. Or it wouldn't be if the facilities around here weren't suddenly being destroyed. No one knows who's behind it or what their goal is.
Thanks to all that destruction, the violent enemies here have gotten even more violent and started attacking people. It's the worst. You better be careful not to get so focused on your investigation that you wind up blindsided by one of those bad boys. used to being kept waiting, but this is just getting ridiculous. He said he'd definitely come back, but he could have set himself a time limit. I wonder what he'd say if he could see me now. He'd be like, "Why are you trying to be a class that doesn't suit ya?" Well, I guess turnabout's fair play. We've been together for so long, I thought maybe being apart for a little while would do us some good. Seriously, where did you... I miss you. What? Were you just listening to me? Of course not! You didn't hear a thing, right? Right? So yeah, I was just saying, I need to give this whole ARCS thing my all, you know? Oh, that's right. I've got some exploring to do. Will you help me get through this area? You will, right? Okay, cool, great! Anyway, try to keep up!
Could you keep my whole situation a secret from Echo?
Well, I guess we're both in the same boat now. Let's see what we can do. We've just got one goal this time around. We need to find out what Luther was up to on this planet. If we head out far enough, we should find some leftover research facilities and equipment. Let's get to them while the trail is hot. We've been stomping around for a bit now. Is this the right way? That stupid Shao. If he can't contact us, then he should have at least given us clear directions.
Huh? Oh, it's you! How's it going? Look at that! New day, new lady. You're a slippery one, eh? What? The path farther in? That's way far that away. Don't go there much, but I can point you there. Perk of being Wopal born and raised. Catch you later, then.
What just happened? Was that a local? Why could we understand him? You could communicate since the start? So these creatures don't need any translation, even though the planet was unexplored? That's some kind of... No, this isn't natural. They must have been created or altered by some sort of ARCS interference. And the only one within ARCS who's capable of doing that is him. We don't need Shao to confirm it for us. Luther was definitely doing something on this planet. Seems like this was the location of one of Luther's facilities. Some sort of test site or something. He probably messed with stuff until he got bored, then just abandoned the place. It makes me want to puke. But his short attention span means we've got a trail of clues. Guess that's a silver lining. Sorry, just give me a second. I'm sending the data to Xiao. It would have been nice if he just came here himself, but I guess that was impossible. Don't ask me why. I've got no clue either. Sometimes the stuff he says is so abstract, I can't understand a word of it. Well, he's easier to understand than Xion at least. Or so I suppose if Xion was easy to understand, then that'd create its own share of problem. Xiao's mentioned that before, actually. Xion is deliberately incomprehensible. So I suppose if I had Luther trying to analyze my every word, basically, Xion's looking for help while their eavesdropper is in the room. They can't just come out and say stuff plainly. Doesn't help that the one who's got a connection to Xion right now seems to be especially bad at communication. Well, what do I care? This place is different from the others. He didn't even bother to hide the fact that he was researching something here. Did he make that thing? Or did he just set it down there? Either way, it's got his grubby fingerprints all over. Oh, good. It's not complete, but there's still some data left over. I'll take that, thanks. Mixed records on fall spawn and the locals here. So they've been fused. That would explain the readings, but there's gotta be something more here. No way. Breaking down the water's composition? Synthesizing with the planet? Was he messing with the planet itself? What the hell was he thinking? Sorry. I'm still trying to wrap my head around all this. All I know for sure is, whatever Luther was up to, it's way bigger than I ever imagined. Let's head back. If Xiao gets a look at this data, A new enemy? Let's take it down!
Profound darkness has been successfully routed. We are grateful for your cooperation, Arc.
What are we doing hiding back here? That enemy's not getting back up.
This one's been defeated as well. It appears we're not the first ones here. Forgive me, Theodore. I thought this would be an ideal way to test your abilities.
Doesn't bother me. Now then, should I do the thing here too?
Please, by all means. Splendid! I can't imagine the slightest amount of data will remain after all that.
If you'd like, I could blow up the entire plate.
No need to go that far. To be quite honest, destroying this place was never a necessity. No matter what they learn, no matter how they play detective, Arx is powerless to stop me. They are but dancers in the palm of my hand. Still, denying such fragile things the opportunity to dance would be true cruelty. Don't you think? I've already collected all the data I need. There's a curious joy in watching them struggle against the inevitable.
I don't really understand.
You will in time, I guarantee you. Now, let us be on our way.
That was way too close! Think we're in the palm of your hand, do you? Let's see if you're still smiling when we take you down. Still, one thing kinda bugs me. That Arx operative Luther had with him? That wasn't Claris Grays. So who was it? That's one more enemy standing in our way. But Luther's just gonna use him and toss him aside as soon as he's done. I can't let that happen again. Not to anyone else. There are enough people like us already. Sorry. Forget I said anything. I wonder if there's some sort of way to save him from Luther's clutches.
Oh, you're here too, huh? Yeah, I wanted to see Xian myself, but they're acting a little strange. It's like they're troubled or pained.
I sometimes wonder if it would have been better to do nothing. To let time flow the way it was meant. For what purpose do we prolong your and her? Perhaps turning back time to that original chance encounter and making it so that it never happened. We have seen. We have judged that solution to be folly. And yet, I cannot help but wonder, perhaps if none of this happened, everyone could live happily, unclouded by the...
That's not true. Because I wouldn't have been saved if you hadn't interfered. I never would have met the person most important. I'm grateful. I'm so glad that you brought the two of us together. I'm sure a lot of painful and difficult stuff happened to make that possible. And that's why I don't want you to be worried. I'm sure the path you've chosen will lead to happiness for everyone.
Thank you.
You want to know about the victims from when the Fallspawn attacked Themis? What
Which battle was that? That was when the Fallspawn assaulted us. Even Regius made an appearance in that fight. Oh, that! That, huh? You've got a nose for a scoop, don't ya? Some Newman guy asked us about the exact same thing just the other day. Too bad, though. Sorry. There are some things even Tia and I can't do. To translate Patty's purposefully obtuse comments, Theodore was after the same information. But I have to apologize. As Patty said, that's one piece of information. Normally, that info wouldn't be that hard to get a hold of. But we ran into a little problem. The list of the victims of the attack is being held under lock and key. No one can access it. A normal investigation has no hope of turning up anything. Why all the secrecy? It's so weird. We did manage to get a report on the fatalities, but that's not quite what you're after, is it? Don't give up, though. If you can't get it digitally, you just gotta go around asking the old-fashioned way. That is certainly one idea, but have you ever actually gotten any info that way, Patty? Nope! Thought so.
Ah, so you've noticed, have you? I've been waiting. Waiting for you to consciously try to change history. If you've come here, then you must already know who I am. That's right. I'm Xiao. Sorry about this body. I borrowed your auxiliary without asking. I'm sure this isn't the voice you chose for it, but please bear with me for a little while. Sarah and Maria are also here in this time sequence. I'll be in charge of directing you. Now please, keep pressing on. All I can do is guide you. You alone are capable of cutting open the path.
Emergency! Code! Distraction!
Don't forget to prepare before setting off. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself out there. Which quest are you up for?
failed.
Which quest are you up for?
Which quest are you up for?
sorry. I'll have to borrow your body for a little bit longer. I'm directly hacking into your auxiliary through Xion. So honestly, this is all sort of risky. If Luther or someone were to search the logs, they might notice something weird going on. Still, right now, the potential rewards outweigh the risk. Many went missing in this attack, but that doesn't mean they were all done in by Fallspawn. The Fallspawn just make a convenient scapegoat. Come on, let's keep moving.
Emergency! Code! Distraction!
Why? What's going on? Does no one hear my distress signal? Why isn't anyone responding? Theo, save me! You're not Theo. Huh? I know you! You're that Arksop I saw in the city! Thank you. I was providing backup support when all of a sudden, Fallspawn attacked and I was shot down. I sent out a distress signal, but no one responded. Wait, this isn't the time to be chatting. I need to get back and return to my mission.
You can't. You mustn't go back.
Huh? But why?
Because you're already dead. Just check the database. You've been listed as KIA and deregistered.
Why would they?
At this point in time, I'm not sure. but I think you might have some idea. Think, what exactly is so inconvenient about having her alive? Whoever did this was willing to block the distress signal and falsify the database. Returning would only put you in more danger. At best, you'd be turned into a guinea pig and killed in the end anyway.
Then, joining ARCS was a lifelong dream of...
They could discover that she's alive at any moment. We have to keep moving. Hopefully we can meet up with Sarah and Maria soon. The problem is... What can you expect, really? Even I understand how much of a shock this must be to her.
No more! That's it! No more negative thoughts! It's not like me to be so down in the dump. I mean, you saved my life and all, so I've got to be happy about that. Isn't that right?
What? Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, this is all Ark's fault. I suspected they were up to some dirty stuff behind the scenes. Though I never thought my life would be at risk. Thanks for the heads up.
Of course. You're welcome.
I mean, getting stabbed in the back like that was certainly shocking, but crying about it's not gonna so instead of collapsing into a sobbing mess, I was so excited about finally joining ARCS, but it's hardly as I imagined. That's it! We'll just have to remake ARCS into the noble organization we want it to be. Xiao, I'm here! Whoa! Did you seriously hack into an auxiliary?
You really figured that out fast. Oh, Sarah, people are just so amazing.
What? What's his deal?
Come on, Oak. Come with Sarah and me. This isn't where you belong. We're going to make your wish come true. We'll make ARCS what everyone expects it to be.
That's not terribly convincing, coming from a tiny auxiliary. Still, it's not like I have any better options. And trying to make my dream come true sounds very me anyway.
We've successfully revised history. I'd say it's about time for you to be heading back. Leave this one to Sarah and I. We won't let anything bad happen to her.
Wait! Thank you for everything, really.
Let me tell you a tale of a time long past. A tale of a foolish entity and of a foolish person. It all began when the entity, a being possessed of boundless knowledge, met the person, a being possessed of boundless fascination. The entity gave the person knowledge and wisdom as the person desired. This was trivial information to the entity, but to the person, it became the foundation of their very evolution. The person ignited the entity's curiosity. Though the entity was all-knowing, it could not understand the person's heart. Thus did the entity and the person come to live side by side. They each gave what the other desired, and lived in prosperity for ages upon ages. The person was avaricious, yet indolent. They put forth every effort for the sake of comfort and ease. They used every ounce of knowledge. The entity was entertained by this unique course of action, but in its amusement, it made a grave error. Though the entity knew that the fruits of such indolence would bring forth destruction, it did not, because it desired to see how the person would be changed by what sprang forth. The foolish one was not the person. It was the one who knew the risks, yet did not convey them. The foolish one was I. Do not fret for me. I am glad that we met. It is an event that is irreplaceable to me. If it had not happened, I could not talk to you as I am now. This place would not even exist. People have told me that not knowing the future is what makes it exciting.